Guys, so question 15. Find the real number k and t such that kz equals t times the conjugate times z squared. So guys, yes. So the conjugate, lads, excuse me, conjugate is change the sign in front of the I. So it's the conjugate is 1 plus 2i. So to pick up your marks, k times z, z is 1 minus 2i, and then plus t times 1 plus zi, sorry, 2i, excuse me, and then equals 2 times z squared. Now, some people are asking me about 2 times z squared, like what exactly do you do to do that, okay? If you had a much easier question like 2 times 3 squared as an example, yeah? You actually have to square the 3 first and then multiply the answer by the 2. So to do this question here, you'd have to do 2 times 9 equals 18. You can't multiply the 2 by 3 and square the answer. So what I recommend is when you're doing 1 minus 2i to be squared, what you do is 1 minus 2i squared is basically 1 minus 2i by 1 minus 2i. What I recommend you do is you just work on this part on its own and then multiply the answer of that by 2. Does that make sense? Okay, so 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 2i is minus 2i, minus another 2i, and minus 2i by minus 2i, plus 4i squared, good man. Now, 4 times minus 1, because I squared is minus 1. 4 times minus 1, anybody? Minus 4. Okay guys, so what's 1 minus 4? 1 minus 4? Minus 3. What's minus 2i minus another 2i? Minus 4i. So minus 3 minus 4i. That's what I'm going to put in here instead. So the answer I just got there a second ago, the minus 3 minus 4i goes in here. Everybody alright with that? Now, we're going to multiply both sides out now. Okay, so we're going to get next, guys, is we're going to get k times 1, k. K times 2i, 2ki. T times 1 plus t. T times 2i, 2ti. 2 times minus 3, minus 6. 2 times minus 4, minus 8i. Now, David, can you tell me which numbers are real? This one here, directly underneath me? Real or imaginary? Real. Why is it real? No i's in it. Next one? Imaginary. One after that? One after that? This one here? And? Now, what you gotta do next, guys, is you gotta do real. Okay? So, real plus real is k plus t, and then minus 6. That's your first equation. And then your imaginary equation, minus 2k plus 2t equals minus 8. Now, what you might know is, actually no, we won't do anything like that. Pick a letter to get rid of. I'd recommend the k. Anybody tell me why I might recommend k? If I multiply this one by 2, I'll get 2k plus 2t equals minus 12. And then if I take the other one and just drop it right underneath it, what happens then? They're going to cancel, yeah? So then we're going to get 4t equals minus 20 divided by the 4. T equals minus 5. Now, once again, not on full marks yet. I haven't made a mistake though. Sub it in. So k plus t equals minus 6. T is minus 5. K is minus 5. I replace t with minus 5. I'll bring it over, sorry. K equals minus 6 plus 5, and k equals minus 1. So t is minus 5, k equals minus 1. How many people would have got that one last night? Okay. W equals minus 2 plus I. Express w squared as a complex answer. How'd you do w squared, Mick? How'd you do w squared? W squared means W multiplied by W. Okay. Yep. Then go for it. Yeah. 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 And what is I squared again? Minus 1. 4 minus 1. And minus 2i minus 2i. They're not. It's a double minus, so minus 2. Oh wait. Minus 2 minus another 2 is minus 4. If they're in brackets, however, you'd be multiplying them, but they're not in brackets. So what we have here is 3 minus 4, right? That's good. Now that I have that done, what I'm going to do next, guys, is oh, that didn't work out as well as I would have liked. So that's it there in the corner. We're going to use that answer to do the next part, which is part 2. That's part 1, and the next part is part 2. So part 2 here, guys. K times W squared. So what is the answer for W squared again? 3 minus 4, right? And then equals 2 times W. So 2 times minus 2 plus I. After that, plus 1 plus Ti. Multiply it out. 3k minus 4ki equals, what's after this? Minus 4 plus 2i plus Ti. Jordan, what you do next? Now, what happens next is you pair off the real versus imaginary numbers, okay? So, Mick, what's the first one, real or imaginary? Second one? This one? Next one? Next one? Next one? We had Conor McGregor there for a minute. Now, what equations do we make, Dennis? What's the real equation? Yeah. Equals minus 4 plus. Okay, what is minus 4 plus 1? Minus 3. Then divided by 3. K equals minus 1. Cool. Okay, guys. Connor, what is the imaginary equation? Minus 4k equals. Look for the next I. Plus 2. Yeah. Go for the one after that. Plus t. Okay. Gonzalo, which part of which letter do we already know the value of? Do we know the value of k or do we know the value of t? Which one? K. What is the value of k? Huh? Okay, minus 1. And then minus 4 times minus 1 is 4. 4 equals 2 plus t. And what happens next? Bring the 2 out of your side. 4 minus 2 equals t. T equals 2. 15 and 17 done there.